I got another chance to play a ton of cool games at PAX West this year. Here are some of my quick thoughts and, more importantly, an interview with someone working on each game. Stardust Frontier has the potential to take over your next night hanging out with friends. This game still has a bit to go in terms of development, but the concept and demo I got to play was very fun. It follows the idea of a game being on your TV or main screen, but your phone acts as the controller, kind of like Jackbox or some other phone games. Using your phone, you will play a variety of quick mini games, like think WarioWare, for example, in order to pull off attack moves, repair damage taken, or defend your robot. Because that's the whole idea. You're in a robot, you're fighting your way down a path, and you and your friends work together to fight through and be successful in those minigames and take down your enemies while restoring the damage you take. So it's important to work together and communicate when you need help. Here's more about the game.
I am Ari Collings. I am the director, one of the directors of Effort Games, which is making Stardust Frontier.
And we're checking it out here. Really excited. Haven't gotten my hands on quite yet. We're waiting in line. But just tell me a little bit about the game and a little bit about the project.
Sure, yeah. So Stardust Frontier is our take on a 4-player co-op party game. It's a little bit of Jackbox, a little bit of WarioWare. You have your computer, which is showing you the state of the enemies that you're attacking, and then you each play on your phones, and you're effectively piloting a giant mech through the alien wilderness, trying to survive and decimate everything that dares to stand against you.
So what stuck out to you about this? You mentioned Jackbox, using your phone, kind of interacting. What stuck out to you about that type of game and going through with making something with that?
Well, I mean, I've always personally been a huge fan of party experiences that bring people together. But one of the shortcomings I feel like is in the genre is that there's not very many mechanically deep experiences like that. So we really wanted to try to mesh together a social party game with more complicated roguelike mechanics that get you more engaged in the game itself.
And so, can you play on your own? Do you have to have people involved?
So our core mode that we're currently prototyping is a up to 4-player co-op mode. However, we are also in the process of designing a single-player mode and a 2-team, 8-player versus mode as well.
Very cool. What brought you to game development? How'd you get started making games?
I've been a game developer since I was probably about 13, in my parents' house programming on a laptop. I then went forwards to get a degree in computer science at the University of Victoria, and for most of my childhood and adult life, I've known that this is what I want to do. So yeah, I guess I've had a pretty linear path.
Passionate the whole time. Is there any difference kind of making a game like this versus maybe like your traditional Steam or console-based game?
Oh, certainly. So one of the weird details about this game is that it's actually entirely built as a website. Like, there's no game engine going on under here. Because it's mostly interfaces and network synchronization, the web was like the perfect platform for us to work with. I've also worked on more traditional games. Like, I'm currently working on a single-player voxel game that in my spare time. So I have a lot of experience with multiple different genres, and it's very different.
What tips would you have for people trying to get started? Maybe working on their own stuff on a laptop, or maybe going through school right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think the most important thing is just work on something as much as you possibly can, right? Even when you're in university, one of the biggest things that they suggest for you to do is build up a portfolio of your own work. Because ultimately, everyone around you is also working at what they want to do. And the only way that you can really move forward with that is if you do it as well. Don't think that you can't start because you don't have formal education or you don't have job prospects or something. It's really important to just go for it and give it your all.
How important are events like PAX for groups like yourselves to be able to show off your work?
Well, I hope it's important. This is our first one. But everything we've heard from everyone in the industries is that this is a hugely important event for just getting your name out there. Since this is our first public demo, it's also our first big kick at marketing. So we're putting in a lot of effort to try to get as many people to see the project as possible. And I think that's incredibly important when you're moving towards a release.
Absolutely. Any announcements or anything you can say about release or anything for folks?
Yeah, we're hoping to release in early access in Q1 2026. Our Steam page is already live if people are interested in wishlisting it and looking for it. It's Stardust Frontier. Other than that, we have social medias where we post early access information, and we'll also be doing some closed playtests before that if people are interested.